What you're about to listen to is an interview with AsianGrinder, the first RuneScape player to achieve a 99 sailing not even 5 days after the skill had come out, but sooner. For those of you curious where GNN is, don't worry. The old school RuneScape social media team is doing a great job of really doing this channel way better than we have. We'll be back next week. First and foremost, if you are not following AsianGrinder's Twitch page, you can see it on screen now. It's twitch.tv/AsianGrinderTV. And furthermore, if you'd like to support this channel, you can do so by liking and subscribing to this video. Please forgive me, as this is my first episode featuring a guest, albeit a rather important one. I didn't introduce him, so this is AsianGrinder, and you're listening to the Weaves World podcast. Please enjoy the show. Was it your goal to be 99? Because like you're the first to reach it. I mean, how does that feel? Was that your goal at all, or like I'm just thinking when you're asking your boss for time off, it's like it's always been my goal to be the first 99 in old school RuneScape, and now's the only chance I get because sailing may not, we may not get another skill. We'll see.
That's kind of the stuff I said to my girlfriend, but my boss was like, I just asked like for casual time off, and like I guess it's called, and then I actually spoke with him here a few days ago, and he was like, "How you doing, man? Are you having a good time off?" And I told him, "Man, I've been having the best time off. I've been beating a world record at this point." And he was like, "What? In a video game or what?" And he's a guy that plays video games himself as well. So I was like, "Yeah, in RuneScape," and he was instantly just asking me, "Is it old school or is RS3?" And I was like, "Man, how does this guy know this, man?" And like, so he's such a nice guy overall, man. Really like him. And then I was like, "Yeah, I just got a 99 as the first 99 sailing as the first person in the way in the world after setting up for so many days, man." And he was like, "Man, that's amazing! Congratulations!" And then he was like, "I just watched this video of Larry, like Larry R, I think she's called. Like there was like a rune crafting. I think it was a girl in back in
Mm.
pre-old school that like went to like 150 mil rune crafting XP or something. Had like 3,000 people or something working for them, and just like trading them runes. I don't know if you heard about that before.
No,
It's quite interesting.
I'm assuming they're like she had runecrafting runners before it was like because we have service discords now where you can hire people to be your runners. Of course, back then,
Yeah,
it, like I'm just imagining like maybe it was organized on the RuneScape forums. I also like to
yeah,
believe like they're
but
just asking people in game, but I don't know.
you should see this video later then, like when you have time. It's a documentary about I think this woman that's like I think it was a dad that was playing the account and then he quit and then his wife took over and started like playing it or something. And she was like 40, 50 years old and just sitting at home and having like basically 2 or 3,000 people trade her rune essence at the nature rune altar. And there was
Wild.
even like admins in the group like taking control of people holding a line because there were so many people.
That's crazy. I remember
Yeah,
my first moneymaker was being a runner, but for law runes. There was a world that you could just go
yeah,
to, and then you just take laps to Entrana and back to Draenor.
yeah, yeah.
But
But yeah, with the 99, it's pretty much always been a huge dream of mine since I started playing old school and stuff to hit a 99 as the first person in the world. But it feels so amazing, man. I was shaking and everything, hitting that 99, logging instantly out. I never think I logged out so fast in the game before, man.
yeah, yeah, because
Just to get the high score updated, yeah.
absolutely no, and I mean it should feel awesome. Like it in some respects, like sure it's a game, but I don't know. I'm of the opinion that everything largely is a waste of time. So
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah,
look at it that way, like you have something that you love, where you share it with millions of people, this thing that you love, and you got to get first in the first skill to old school RuneScape, because there was a window where that wasn't possible. I mean, in actual RuneScape, I shouldn't say actual RuneScape, like what is actual
yeah,
RuneScape these days, but in the main game,
yeah,
before the branch of old school, there was a new skill. I felt like every year, every few years, at the very least. Like I remember
for
also
sure.
like logging on, like, oh, hunter's a skill now. Oh, construction, like you can build a house now. And we didn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
that for forever in old school. So for you to be able to get that, I think it is awesome. Like you should feel proud of it.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah.
If anything, it's
Thank
also
you.
a testament,
Yeah.
not even just to the game, but to your to your ability
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
stay up.
yeah.
What you said, was it 4 days was your longest stretch that you were up?
I think my friends calculated because I was so sleep deprived that when I hit 99, it was like 95 hours since since the skill was released,
Bro,
and I only slept 3 to 4 hours.
that's crazy. And it was
So
during that
and
downtime.
this was during the downtime. So like a friend of mine was reading on about updates, and he said, "All right, there's gonna come an update, but we're gonna get a only 20-minute warning in game, and the update is gonna be 40 minutes."
Mm-hmm.
And I just told him, "All right, I'm gonna log off right now and go to sleep." And he was like, "No, no, no, dude, play and get XP until until you get forced locked out." And I actually think I locked out like 5 seconds before because I couldn't do another trial or something. But then I did that, and then I said, "All right, I'm so tired, I'm gonna go sleep like 3 or 4 hours." And they were like, "No, no, no, dude, the update is gonna be back. Yeah, the game is gonna be back up in like 40 minutes." And I was like, "I really need some sleep, man." Because like I was at this time, I had only figured out that I was like on high score top 25 sometimes when I updated like the overall high score. I was more hyped about the overall high score because I knew I was max, so I knew what it meant for me being there, and that I would have a high sailing rank as well if I was there. But then I went to bed, and then when I woke up, like my phone was ringing like crazy because my girlfriend was not home. She was at work, so like my phone was ringing like crazy. All my friends trying to like get me up, and I think I've just been snoozing my alarm for a bit. That's why I said I think I wanted to sleep like about 3 hours, but like I think I got like 5-10 minutes more sleep, and then like I was just like waking up in a shock, and I was like, damn, gotta get on with the grind. And then I just took a ice cold shower in like 20, 30 seconds, and then dried myself really quick, and just like was even like doing trials while I was trying to get on my clothes again, like in real life, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's how, yeah, that's how much I wanted it, man.
Well, that's you wanted it enough to get it. I don't know. I'm curious
Yeah,
if others were up more. I'm curious if others hadn't even taken the break for, because it was that was, I think, the only downtime that was forced.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it ended up not
But
being a 40-minute update. How
yeah,
did it end up being? I was at work, so I kept like I kept like checking on my
my
second monitor, and it's
my
like, oh, I guess I'll
my
do more
friends
work
told
then.
Yeah, yeah. My friends told me it was about 2 hours, and that's the thing I thought as well when I went to bed and said I'm gonna sleep, and they were like, "No, no, no, dude, you can't do that if you want to compete in this." And I was like, but in my head, and this is nothing mean to Jagex, but as a World of Warcraft player and playing a lot of games as well, I know 90% of the time, this is just a number I made up, but 90% of the time is like the update is not gonna go right, no matter how big the company is. If as a World of Warcraft player, every expansion has been
Yes.
so laggy or anything. I even like remember when World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor came out. I was like a top 100 player to max level in the game because I was sitting up all night, just one set, and leveling, doing all my levels, and everybody else was stuck in the garrison, if
Yep.
knew what that was.
Yep.
And like I was getting
Sadly.
millions of message on my server, how are you level 100? And I was like, I just made a character on a low pop server, and then I invited my friend, and then I disconnected the thing
Yep.
on the server. And then he got the lead after 5 minutes and invited me, so we like transferred over to another server, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were like suddenly playing on a server which was not our main server, but like we were just there, and there was like no PvP, so there was no competition within the Horde or Alliance.
Yes.
So from all these updates and huge expansions I've been a part of, like playing when they released, I just know that like updates are not gonna go as told.
Yeah, no, it's certainly to be expected. People were also expecting that sailing was going to have at least like a rollback or something, and the biggest thing we got was only like a 4 hour update or 2 to 3 hour update
Yeah,
instead of a 40-minute one. That is
yeah.
insane how well that they prepared to be able
It's
to do
very
that.
good, man. Yeah, for sure.
I was very impressed with that because now we're a couple weeks out. Now we're just down to like how things should be balanced. I think the only hiccup, which you said you didn't benefit from, was the
The f-
10,000 experience.
yeah, the frame rate. I'm not even sure if it's 10,000 or 15,000, but like it. I was watching some streamers like in the background, like in my browser, just so I can hear what they were saying. I obviously couldn't watch them because I was so
Yeah.
focused on full screen. But some of the streamers like racing seemed like very mad and frustrated, which I get. I also think like if you're honestly doing a race, it's not fair that
Yeah.
somebody did a like even if it's a mistake they did or anything. Let me explain like this: if I by mistake had done that, then I wouldn't think it was fair for me if I was racing like let's say Link's Titan and I got over him because he didn't do this.
Right. Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have a like good feeling with myself. And I think they should have. And it's like it has to be fixed instantly, and they did hot fix it. And I don't know how they do the locking system and stuff. If there was a way to like remove the XP from players or anything. I
Hmm.
guess there is. I don't know if it's gonna be too much of a work for Jagex or anything, but like I would just feel so sad, man, if that was me racing and not getting that.
Yeah. I,
Because it's such a in the early levels it's such a huge lead compared
hmm
to like it's not like you can just give let's say number one was like level 91 sailing and he did that and the second one in the race is level 90 sailing
Yes.
and he didn't do it. You can't just like give him 10k XP because the 10k XP means like
Yes.
nothing compared to the 10k XP at the
Yeah.
very start of the game.
It matters when you get it for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because it's one of those things. I feel like levels 1 through 30 took me quite a bit, and then because I was salvaging all day at work, I
Yeah,
get level 30 while I'm at work, and I start doing the Temperos like trial run. What is it, Temperos Tantrum? And
yeah.
just on my lunch hour of me being able to play actively, I got I got level 30 to 40 quicker in that hour. Like in that hour, I got 30 to 40. And of course, I spent the whole
Yeah.
morning. And granted, I was salvaging, but still, it's very slow at the start. I feel like once you get the Barracuda trials, it really takes off. But how did you
Definitely.
prepare outside of just getting the work off to it? Like, were you trying to eat well going up to it? Were you trying to get a lot of rest going up to it? I'm assuming you
I
anticipated
got
missing a lot of
a
sleep.
I got a whole lot of rest like up to it, but like even like I think I started preparing like as soon as I knew that from my boss like I got free. Like I was speaking with a lot of my friends on Discord and being like, "Yo, I I read these prep sheets. I seen these prep sheets of big players, of players that's been announced by Jagex in lately, even like a small YouTuber. I can't remember his name right now, but like they even posted a video about his guides and stuff, and I was like, all right, they must be right with something since Jagex posted one of them.
Yeah.
So I was just like looking into this, even going through the skill tree. You know, you could click on stuff and see how much of each thing you needed before the release. So you could go in into sailing without it being released, and then you could click like camp or hull and click it, and it would show up in your chat everything you needed to build it. So
Yeah.
this was pretty nice because then I could see like you could have 5 boats total.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I need a fast boat for Barracuda trials. I might need one of the big boats with double cannons and stuff for maximize XP from killing stuff
Yep.
at sea, and then I might need a third boat for with double salvaging at least. So I I made like my prep so I had enough materials to go. Let's say you had to build a boat with a bronze material and normal logs and planks and everything at the start, and you couldn't like just upgrade. Let's say now I go and I want to make my best salvaging boat. I can just instantly like make the rosewood one and everything.
Yeah.
But I was so prepared that if it came down to that you had to like prepare like do the first level upgrades before you could do level 2 and 3 and 4 and
Yep.
5 and so on. So I did so much like I prepped all this, got sawmill vouchers, did my 100 temperers kill count
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't have like I had 0 temperers kill count. I actually didn't I was had never been at temperers at that
What?
point. So I was yeah, so I went there and I was asking my friend, dude, how do you do this, man? Do you just cook these and blah blah blah? And he was like, dude, have you really never been there, man?
That's
It's
wild.
yeah. But as a even as a main, like I think like the last week before sailing came out, I was like mining runite ores for like I was hopping around mining runite ores like 700, 800 runite ores myself. At some point, my friend was like, "What are you doing, dude? You are legit mining iron ores and coal ores right now on a main." And I was like, "Dude, I'm just chilling. I just want to like prepare all this." And he was like, "Dude, do you know how many coal ores you need?" And then I suddenly like it clicked for me, and I was like, "Okay, I actually need a whole bunch of coal ore
Yeah.
for all these runite, addy ores, mithril ores." So I just went and bought the coal ores,
There you
and
go.
then at the very end, before the release, I bought the missing supplies I thought I didn't have enough of, but turned out I was too prepped, man, with
Yeah.
the materials at least and
I think
stuff.
everyone was, and
Yeah,
I didn't look at the GE. I should have because I'm very interested in prices. I teach economics is one of the
oh,
things
nice.
surrounding my job, and I really wanted to. There was a podcast that was released before with Mod. It was either Mod Kieran or Mod Husky. I believe it was Kieran. And essentially, like he was saying, I'm surprised. Like people do realize that when they are using their construction materials, it's trading construction and not sailing, right? So,
Yeah,
like even he knew that people were over prepping, and even let the community know that they were probably over prepping. You're not alone. I also have a bunch of construction materials in my bank from the lower tiered boats that I'm never going to use, but
yeah,
everyone was doing that just because I in this scenario, especially you, since you were competing for world first and won, uh, like you'd much rather over prepare than under prepare. So
it's, exactly.
yeah,
Like even at even like getting down to the rosewood upgrades, at that point I was like at the last trial and stuff, and my friends were like on Discord, you can boost this, right? So like that was like
mm-hmm.
one of the things I think we planned out best because I kept doing the trial until they figured out exactly where I should TP, recover my boat, sail, use a spade and dig, and
Yep,
get this key, TP, recover my boat, and sail, open a chest somewhere.
yeah,
And I was so sleep deprived and it went so quick. And like then I would like use my construction cape to get instantly back to a house teleport at Priv.
yep,
And then I would have a friend of mine standing there, which was like he just bought like all dragon metal sheet needed and and the dragon nails and everything, and
That's
just
awesome.
instantly traded me so I could go in and like do this, like customize my boat and upgrade it to this.
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, at the moment we are up like 300 mil on spending on like two boat parts. And then I went to the trial after, and I was like, holy moly, I can't even do the trial properly right now because I can't turn the boat properly compared to how quick it is now.
So,
And I saw my XP rates went up like 35, 40K instantly.
bro, so you do get one last speed upgrade when you get to the Rosewood Hole? Is it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, you do because it's yeah, you definitely do because
Okay.
it's quicker, and
Okay.
also the tail has I think my friend said it has a better acceleration and
Yep.
also keeps the wind mode boost going for a
Yes.
longer time.
Yeah, I know with the sales, the upgrade there is how long you maintain your boost. With the holes,
Yeah,
there's a couple different breakpoints where you go from 2 to 2.5, and then I'm assuming 3. That'd be sick if
yeah,
it's 3. I haven't looked at the wiki yet for that hole. I've just been largely getting to stuff as I get to it. It is nice that you could just be at Barracuda Trials until it came along that okay, like people have discovered where this is. I can go get it now.
yeah,
Super convenient for you on the grinding side. You could leave the adventuring nerds to go out and find stuff. But
yeah.
what? So I mean, I think listening to you talk, like your strategy is amazing, which I think played heavily into your ability to get 99 first over others because you weren't first the entire way. It wasn't incredibly obvious that you're going to be the one to get it. Um,
Exactly.
it was
Like
fast oh 07 for a lot of it, and you kind of came in at the end. So
exactly. Have you seen the graph
I watched
of like
yeah, the video on Reddit was pretty cool.
yeah?
I don't know. I nerd out for numbers, and it was neat to watch. So
My friends were like updating me constantly, and this was a huge motivation.
yeah.
Like even my friend, the guy you text with, like that made my girlfriend do these videos,
Oh yeah.
and you know, in the first video when she was bringing food to me, people were like, yeah, that's not him, no name shown or anything,
Oh yeah.
and people have to understand my girlfriend doesn't really know anything about this game at all. Like sometimes she's like, this looks like a game that like one of my someone from her family's kids could play, and she's not making fun of it or anything. She just thinks it's like it's cute that I'm playing this game because it's not like a super detailed game, like a AAA game or anything.
Yeah.
Which she also seen me play, and she's at when she watched me play these, she's like, "Damn, this looks amazing. This game looks so beautiful, man." But she's getting a little better into it, so she had to like he was texting her to make a new video where she was showing the name, so she came over to me and I was like, "Where is the name?" And I just pointed, and then she did the video after. So that's so funny as well.
Yeah. I did think it was funny that there were two videos. I actually saw the one of her zooming in on your name before I saw. I was like, this
Yeah.
is kind of like okay, yeah, there he
Oh,
is. Kind of weird to have
yeah.
a video just showing his name, and then I saw the second post. I was like, oh, okay, this was created after
Yeah.
the one of you bringing food. So that's awesome. I mean, and you have a great community behind you. You're talking about people buying you stuff, getting it there.
Definitely.
Do you think? Because I think about like the strategy you had, the community you had behind you, your drive for it. I mean, staying up, what the only sleeping 4 hours within 96 hours is pretty crazy. Do you think that there was anything else, or do you think it's those three things that enabled you to get first over the others?
It's mainly it was my girlfriend supporting me with the food and being so supportive, but she was also very scared at some points because I didn't sleep, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And then it's my friends setting up on Discord while they even have a full time work, have a full time school and stuff. So like they would like sometimes I think the longest I was sitting in a Discord channel for myself would be 30 minutes. And if someone one of them went to bed or had to leave or anything, they would like be, is there anything I can do for you before I leave? And I was like, just cue 30, 40, 50 hours of music so I don't have to like click out my game. and like this music was just blasting off in my head. So huge support from my friends as well. Always like being in Discord entertaining me, but also I think something that like was a huge boost was like all the adrenaline running through your body
Mm-hmm.
when you suddenly, within the first 24 hours, I realized, okay, guys, I'm on top 25 overall. That's when you start feeling the pump in your heart.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're just on Discord with people and they're telling you when you 6 hour log out, bro, rank 17 overall.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's kind of getting to this point where you're joking, like, oh, should I see if I could go rank 1 or rank 2 or anything? Like, let's see how far I can get up there. And I'm always the kind of person that gets motivated or driven by these things. Like, don't tell me I can't do this because I will do it then.
Yeah.
And so like people being that, there's no chance, dude, you're insane if you get to top 3, even top 10, and then like locking out and being like suddenly top 7, top 5, top 4, top 2. Suddenly at some points when I locked, because we had so different 6 hour locks at some point, me and Fast
Yep.
07, and me being ahead, and then I obviously know it's because he haven't locked, and then locks out. That's like at the very end as well. We didn't know because Fast was streaming or something or so on a Kick, and like we weren't sure if it was a real stream or anything. But I think one
Okay.
of his friends been streaming his Discord live, like my friend did for me,
Yeah.
because I didn't have time to obviously put up OBS and
Mm-hmm.
everything to make a proper stream. That would have cost me the race. But like we didn't know if like Fast actually crashed or like was just making a joke. At at these kind of races, it's like very physical warfare, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Like not that you're trying to harm each other or anything, but like I have no idea within the next 6 hours if he locked or if he didn't lock
Yeah.
out. So like you just have to keep going unless you like have, I guess, unless you have like people jumping around every world in the game and looking for someone.
Right.
But my friends weren't doing this because they were not even 73 sailing. So he like Fast or 7 being maxed, he could just after 73 sailing hop into one of the new total worlds, and my friend would never be able to tell, is
Yeah.
he in here or is he not? So I told them to not even bother with that. I don't even think they like really asked. I think they were like, should we maybe see if we can find Fast and see what his route is doing and stuff. That's the thing they asked about, pretty sure. But so this was just like a huge like motivation and drive, getting like the kick for the last 3 hours, and then my calculations compared to his XP best XP per hour,
Yeah.
it said it would come down to one race, like
Mm-hmm.
one lap on the Marlin on the last Barracuda trial. So I think this is the like closest 99 race someone has ever been to each other.
Crazy. And I guess it makes sense. I mean, because we view. I remember as a kid viewing 99 at such a high level. Like 99. This is me. Maybe I'm just a degenerate saying this. 99 is not like in the scheme of RuneScape grinds that people have done. 99 sailing isn't even the longest skill. So it in my mind it makes sense that it would have come down to be that close. And
Yeah.
I didn't. Do you know how much longer after you he actually got 99? How much time did it pass? How much time passed until the second person got 99?
Mm, how long until Fast got a
Yeah.
99? I'm pretty sure they actually went quite a few hours because even I'm pretty sure I obviously like went had like was doing an emote in a Grand Exchange in World 448, which is my main world, and I jumped to 302, and Mod Curse came by and transformed into a boat and stuff, and I actually asked Mod Curse if I was allowed to go to bed now because I was shaking so much and I was so
I
hyped,
bet.
but I didn't know if like Jax had to like speak with you or anything. But I went to bed like one maximum 2 hours after hitting 99. And I
That's
remember I slept for like 18 hours, and when I woke up, my friends told me that even after 6 hours, like
wow.
fast didn't do it. So I think I honestly think he crashed in real life, like fell asleep.
Yeah, man, poor guy. um,
Yeah,
it is one of those things where, I mean, I'm assuming you were both doing Gwyneth Glide until 99. So I know there's the clip of Alfie falling asleep. I don't know if you've seen that, where he's like
yeah.
falling over while training, which
I was
even if it's not genuine, it's just good content. I thought it was a great clip.
for sure. I was texting with Alfie at this point. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm not because like yeah, I'm pretty sure he has his cam put up over the chat, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I had like skill specs on my friend list, and my friends were like, "Let's get some hype man up because you are already like massive on Reddit right now,
Yeah.
and people are like voting for you, and there's also in different Facebook groups and stuff, people are like telling me, my friends, that damn, there's like one vote on you here, and there's like 500 plus on Fast 07. Like I think people are betting money on this right now. And like I don't care if there's only one vote in this group. Like I'm gonna show them otherwise. But like um 2 sec. You tell me the question again. You asked. I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry.
No, you already hit it. We were talking about how long did it take for someone else to hit 99, but
Yeah, yeah.
as you because you seemingly did really really well then. Do you think you would change anything if you were to run it back as far as your strategy goes?
Definitely. One thing I had no idea until I was done with the Jubilee trial. You know, the 55 plus one.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea until like above level 72 that you could just teleport away and recover your boat at like most of the harbors. So every time I had to do an upgrade, man, I was like going all the way from the Jubilee trial to the Pandemonium.
Oh
I would
no.
sail there, and like then I would even like TP to a priv with my concave and like go to the anvil there and make my like keel parts, you know.
Yeah.
So like I was like wasting so much time at like these places like where you could just like have done it so much quicker.
Yeah. And still,
And
you're so far ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because I imagine that like for every upgrade, that would have been like a 30-minute there and back. Um,
yeah.
wow, that's
I I think when the boat got better and better, it like didn't take so long. But like I think maybe from like maybe being like late 70, or no, the early 70, while still doing the Marlin 3 and the
mhm,
Jubilee. I think that must have been like maybe a 4 or 5 minute sail probably from
mhm,
a Jubilee to Pandemonium
yeah.
and then all the way back.
And that's you have your upgrades that you're doing during that, maybe making your keel parts during that.
Yeah,
Um, now that certainly slowed down your gains for that moment of time. You mentioned Jubbly Jive. I am in the minority of the community. I know this just from reading online, getting the sentiment. The Jubbly Jive for me is my favorite. I thought it was so cool that they
yeah,
added a like you have to boost through this stuff. It felt like in a racing game where you're like taking a shortcut.
for sure,
I
man.
really liked it. And there's
And
performance
I
issues, but what's your favorite trial?
hmm, it's probably the last one,
Okay.
but I always like been a huge fan of like the Priv area and
Mm,
the elves as a kid myself. So
yep.
so I think it's very nice made, but actually I don't mind the Jubilee or anything as well. I remember like going on to a Twitch stream and asking Hebox Junge, if you know that streamer,
Yep.
and asked him, dude, can you help me get in here? Because I didn't like have my inoculation station put up because I couldn't see
Oh.
that you could build something there because I had like a bronze salvage hook.
Yep.
So I wasn't like paying attention to being able to build one there, and I was just going in there at level 55, and my ship was just taking damage and being so slow, and I was like, what, man? And then I went in and looked around my boat and removed the salvage part, and then because of the camera angle I had, then I was like, oh my god. And this took me 30 minutes as well to figure out myself, because Jung was frustrated about he didn't get like this XP, Fremnik XP as well,
Yeah.
and also he was frustrated about the trial. So like, but I actually got that trial down pretty quick. I did the first one, and then I did the second one. But then I had Bodhi opened in the background, and one of my friends was like, dude, Bodhi has taken so long to complete this. And I was like, can you please clip it when he does and show me? And Bodhi was like, he was like on stream, as far as I can remember, being like, I'm not going to sleep before I get this done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he just like, at some point he completed it, and I was like, damn, I didn't see what he did, and we didn't get a clip or anything, and I didn't have time to look more into it. So I basically did the Jubilee #2 for like 100 laps plus.
Wow.
But it was still very good XP. I didn't want to like deal with the
Yeah.
last one, but then suddenly my friend found a guide online of the world record guy
Red Eye Jedi?
already. Yeah, Red Eye Jedi
Yep.
already putting up a guide like within like I think it was like 40 minutes since the upload had been done when my friend found it, and I was like, damn. So after 5 or 6 tries, I got it down instantly. I did that till
Yep.
like 72.
Yeah. No, his guide's the one that I used. So it feels nice that I use the same guide as the rank 1 player. I must be
Yeah, yeah.
onto something here. But I was very impressed with this guide that it was out as quick as it was, and it was as thorough as it was.
Yeah.
And even then, I think the only thing that I've seen optimized on top of that guide is the shortcut that he references. Like, hey, you could even boost through here in the future. I'm sure the world record's going to be even shorter.
Yeah.
So even he had the foresight. But I mean,
Yeah.
doing all of those laps in such a short amount of time. Not just the Jubilee Jive ones, also the Gwyneth Glide ones. Were you were burnt out in the sense that you needed rest for sure, but already you were back in, I think you've had your first stream. Are you feeling burned out from RuneScape? Are you just glad that you don't have to train sailing anymore? Do you want to train sailing more?
I'm I'm not burned out at all. Like I've been burned out before because my like just playing other games as well and doing other stuff in real life and such. But like I came back actually 6 months ago, really, to the game. I like part time, before that, I just been coming back. Like if someone asked me, "Oh, do you want to do a TUA?" and maybe I got on and like I was so bad at TUA because it's been like 4 months before that since I last played, maybe. And was just basically cooking towards 200 mil cooking XP. That's why I'm 94 mil cooking XP right now. Like 6 months ago, I came back. I was like, okay, let's quit the quiz cape. Let's get stuff done. And I've been doing a lot of Desert Treasure too, doing some Yama. Been learning a lot of cogs from a real life friend of mine, and just been like grinding the game. And then so I'm absolutely not burned out now, and I'm so hyped on playing the game right now. I just want to like, as someone that made his account so many years ago,
Right.
this game is so nice to people that leave and come back,
Yes.
because that means there's so much stuff to do. There's so many bosses to test out, like, and there's so much content to test out. Like, I don't even have the Inferno Cape or like Colosseum done on my main account.
Oh boy.
So like, I have so much stuff to do. Even if you look up my account, and you go to my kill count list, you can see there's so many bosses I never killed in the game.
Yeah. And I haven't, because I knew you were first. I didn't look at overall high scores. Are you maxed already?
Yeah, I was maxed already.
Okay. Dude, the Inferno and Coliseum grind, they test you mentally, certainly,
Yeah.
but they are so worth it. There's like, I don't know. I feel kind of lame saying that like they're one of the things that I'm most proud of, not just on my account, but in my life to have completed. But I think I'll stand by that statement just because of
I
how impressive they
I,
are.
I can definitely respect that from because some of my friends in real life that supported me a few months, or maybe 1 or 2 months before Inferno, they did sailing. They got the Inferno caves themselves and stuff, and they they ran a lot of like tries on it. Some of them, and like I think it's like at some point you're sitting at like 2 or 3 hours in, right? And then you probably come to suck, and then you just die,
Yeah.
or you die a triple jet, of what I heard. But
Yeah.
I have never been trying to do it myself, so that's gonna be interesting. Probably gonna try and stream it
Dude,
if
do
I
it.
ever do that.
It's the Inferno runs are great content. People love watching it.
Yeah,
Um, just because it is you also it's not anything that's gonna mirror what Inferno was on release, where everyone's like stream hopping and trying to see. But there have been various streamers that have come by and done their Inferno run, and it's like the peak of their stream, just
yeah,
because people
yeah,
love seeing people learn it. I know Sardaco just got his, um, and I was so proud. Like you get this secondhand, like they did it, they're done, they've got that piece of content done. So I think you'll love it. I mean, if you liked doing the click intensive gameplay of the Gwyneth Glide, um, I think you'll like it. And just, you've been saying that you've been doing PVM and stuff already, so you'll like that too.
yeah,
You mentioned that RuneScape can't stop coming out with updates these days that like keep bringing you back. I keep trying to go away and play other things because I don't want to burn out. Like I keep trying to
yeah,
have these breaks and I just can't. Like something is always coming out that's bringing me back.
for
Um,
sure.
like I got my maxing done, and then I wanted to take a little break, but ended up not. Just because I think Yama had come out or something, some update had come out that I just wanted to play, and then
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got Inferno done and wanted to take a break. That break didn't end up being as large as I wanted it to. Finally got it done, and then wanted to take a break, and then something else came out. So I just I ended up getting them done in succession. Now I want to go play Arc Raiders, but Sailing is out. But now I want to play Sailing. I just don't have
yeah.
enough time in the day
I
to play
played a
the
bit
games
of
I want to
Arc
play.
Raiders
I love
as
it.
well. Yeah, yeah, it's very nice. But like, I that's actually a game like where I feel like I remember getting stuck in that game at very in a match, and that's the first time I ever seen a game put like a mechanic in where you could just hold down your space
Hmm.
and unstuck yourself.
Yeah.
And also, even if you die to a hacker in the game, you just get all your items back
Yeah.
after they ban him. And and RuneScape like kind of cares like the same way about the player group. This is why I keep coming back to RuneScape, man. Every time I like, because I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals since that released, and actually
Yep.
been on the top level, like within top 1.80%
Oh, nice, man.
of the rank players. And like, I haven't played that in such a long time now because I just feel like every other game just like you get so demotivated, it starts to feel like they don't care about the player base and everything. But like RuneScape just always, like Jagex always cares about,
Yeah.
you know, us players. Like there's a reason there's a poll system in the game,
Hmm.
and I don't see this in like any other game, like World of Warcraft or anything. We don't decide anything. They just add stuff, and we just have to be like, okay, either I just quit my subscription or I I bite the apple.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think the novice economist would say something like, oh, like the market, if they want to make a good game, they're going to want to make a good game because that brings in the most amount of money. But
Yeah,
there is some other sense that like you can't know how to make a good game unless you're interacting with your community. And Jagex is, because of how we are sometimes, they're in the trenches.
yeah,
They're wanting to know how to make the best game, and then I think they know well ahead what's going to pass a poll and what's not. It's really just
for sure.
um, it's really just a bureaucratic thing that they do these days, putting the polls on because they
Yeah,
know ahead of time what the people want, and
yeah,
the polls are really just a green light. So
yeah,
I'm with you there. Absolutely. Like it's so nice when you have a developer that is developing the game that you've played for 20 years plus, and they're making it to where it's an even better game than it was. It blows my mind that RuneScape is in a better spot than it was 20 years ago. It's crazy.
yeah. That's it. That's crazy to me as well.
But you mentioned, I mean, they've been communicating with Sailing. We had maybe a kerfuffle with the crystal extractor, where like they broke it for a little bit when you're doing Gwyn Glide because you couldn't use it in your ports, I believe. That
Yeah.
made people upset a little bit. There was a kerfuffle, I think, with the crates that you couldn't pick up at the same angles, perhaps. But they reverted that even. But what changes do you foresee coming to sailing? Like, would you make any changes? Because I know they've announced what some changes are going to be. Are there any changes that you're looking forward to that you think will be really helpful to the skill?
I would love to see an extra Bakuda trial at least for like higher level,
Okay.
and then I don't know if they should nerf the XP rates a bit on the Gwyneth one.
Mm-hmm.
If they add a new one, let's say they add one at level 88 or
Yeah.
90, because I've always been a huge fan of agility. This is my favorite skill in the game. I think that's why I've also been able to do the trials so constantly, like just focused on that, doing it in full screen,
Yeah.
because that's what I would do training agility as well. I would like, or not in full screen, I would like take 50% of my screen and be like Moonlight, and 50% of my screen being like Netflix, whatever, and just watch something while running around on Ardy or anything, any rooftop.
Yeah.
But I haven't like really been out exploring that much since actually. I the last days here I've been sailing, but I've been doing the trial again.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's
I'm like
wild to
closing.
me.
I'm closing in on 15 mil XP. Honestly,
Dude, you can't stop. I
no,
I
but
I'm
but
the person that I get 99 in a skill, and like it's it's horrible if I get 1 XP past it.
yeah,
So the fact that you're already going back, just doing something for the sake of doing it, that's crazy. I thought you were gonna say like, oh, like I'm sea charting and making sure that I get those things done. I'm
I
actually doing my sea charting now, so I don't get that experience after 99. So
I want to do the sea chatting as well. I'm probably gonna look up something like for where everything is and stuff. But I
yeah,
did I did some of it like early when if I came by something while doing
yep,
port tasks. But me and my friend, we even did like we took I think at like level 25 or 28 or something. We got like a task in a Port Sarim or Kefalbi to go to like Sea. And we did this one,
yeah,
even through I was racing, and I honestly think it took us almost an hour to get sail to there and sail back because we just started charting so much random stuff, and like there was like one of these crates that we opened, and we drank this potion, and it almost killed us, and then another
yep,
one just banged all our stuff, and we were like out on the sea with like 20 hit points each, and we were like, dude, no more charting, man. We can't open these crates anymore because it's
yep,
gonna kill us.
yeah. No, does like design wise, I don't think I agree with the crates. I think the skill is probably worse having the ones in there that do like take you the ones that all like that hurt you. I think I'm fine with those. The ones that take you back to bank or back to
Yeah,
port. I think those ones just take me out of it so much where it's just such like I like friction. I want there to be friction there, but there's so like it's
yeah.
not friction there. Like it's just it's just like making you
I
take a whole 90-degree turn.
I didn't know there was someone that took you back to port. Is there? Like
Yeah.
I only knew like some of them like bank your stuff and damage you, but that sounds crazy, man. Getting back to port.
Well, yeah. There's one that takes you to the middle of the desert, so then you have to teleport back to the port, and then you have to also find out which which port your boat is at if you don't want to pay the fee.
Oh my
There's
god.
quite a few of those that just they take you off your boat, and I I don't know. It gives the skill some character, which I think I like. Especially the ones that like they spawn monsters or they just do damage to you. There was one that poisoned you, and I was like, man, like is this one gonna make me go back and get an anti-poison? And I ended up living, which was great. But um, I think if I were to say have those in the skill or the skill's not worth having, the skill's still worth having. So just leave them in,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know if they'll ever change them in the future, but you're still the fact that you said that you're still doing Gwyneth Glide, that's still on my mind. That's crazy. You said that it's your favorite trial. Is it your favorite part of sailing as well then?
Well, probably for now, yeah, because I haven't like at like when I hit 87, I knew the salvage XP from early on was like not good compared to the trials. But my friend was like, dude, there's a chance that level 87 salvaging is better than the 72 trial.
Oh,
And
yeah.
at this point, I was competing, and as someone coming to Granite Glide as the first person in my home world, and like nobody being there, which took me 5 to 6 hours to complete the Marlin one, because you know how like the first trial it makes you go around and
Yep.
around and around, and it's like you just add something onto it.
Yeah.
But in the Jubilee trial, you kind of don't do the same route
Yep.
like all the time. So I was so sleep deprived and so focused on the Granite trial that I was like, okay, man, maybe it's not the same route every time. And that
Oh.
took me off for so long, man. Suddenly it just clicked for me, and I was like, I'm so stupid, man. Because I've been doing 9 minute runs at the Marlin, at the Gwinnett, where I took like 9 to 10 minutes to do some of the runs, and some I did on 7 minutes, and then I finally clicked that I just had to do the first and the second one on the Gwinnett, and then do that, and then combine the last one
Yeah.
into it. So then it all clicked. But I did go test salvaging at around level 87 or 88, I think. Can't even like. I'm pretty sure it was 88, 87.
Yeah.
But like my friend told me I had to go check because I was like, this this could be better XP. And when you're like racing, let's say I was just like sitting at the trials, the 72 trial, the Granite, and just doing that. Maybe someone else was getting like 100k more XP an
Yeah.
hour than me salvaging.
Were you
So
two taking by chance when you were like when you were practicing the salvaging?
I was doing a 1.5,
Okay. Yep.
but like this was just like I left it after that because
Hmm.
it was just so hard to do, and it was like it was not even like the best rates at all. Like
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it as much as doing like the trials for the Greenwich
Hmm.
trial, and also I didn't like was nowhere near the same XP at all.
Yeah.
So at that point, my friends were like, "Yeah, I think you should go back to that." So I went back
For
and
sure.
just chilled some more.
Yeah, it's also in my mind, if I'm going to be doing something that's super high intensity, I'd much rather it be something like Gwyneth Glide instead of the 1.5 ticking. um,
For sure, man.
I just, I don't want to. I respect it as far as how much of a place it has in the history of RuneScape, like tick manipulation, but having stuff designed around it when it comes to skills, I can't appreciate. I think it's bad game design.
No,
I know I'm going to get roasted for
same.
that, but
I think a lot of like the top players, like 200 mil
yeah,
everything, like this race has proven that like they are all about tick manipulation.
yeah,
It's a part of the game. It's all good to me that they do that, but this race they couldn't do it, so that's why they were competing with like a person like me
yeah,
because I hate tick manipulation myself, and I don't do it. Sometimes I do it when I'm cooking. You know, I'm tick cooking, dropping everything on the floor.
yeah,
Like if I'm at work and I'm just bored at work, then I sometimes drop my whole inventory and pick one up, click, pick one up, click. But but I don't enjoy it at all. But when I went to salvage, I was like, man, I even think I said in Discord, I hate this. I hate my life as this is the best XP rates because then I had to do that till 99 probably,
yeah,
and then I wouldn't have gotten rank one. I can promise you. Like
yeah,
I would have fallen asleep from doing that.
yeah,
Like, but like being on full screen, locked in and loaded with some good support from friends, your girlfriend, your heart pumping, all the adrenaline, giving you a drive and all this. This I probably could have stayed up for even longer just during the trials, but it wasn't healthy at this point.
yeah.
So I'm
I
glad I got done with the 99.
Yeah, you mentioned healthy. Is your you? I think you mentioned something in that Reddit post about your heart hurting. Is you like? Are you
Yeah,
feeling okay now? Are you back to being healthy?
I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, I've been eating healthy. I've been drinking a lot of water and like getting everything I need and like. But my like even after like I slept 8 hours, 18 hours plus after the 99, I still had some chest pain around my heart, so I wasn't feeling like too well. And this was what my girlfriend was very scared and nervous about
Yeah.
as well, because when she woke up in the morning while I was doing the 99 race, sometimes I would sit with my left arm on my chest around my heart. And she was like, "Are you okay, man? You don't sit like this usually." And I'm like, "Yeah." Just trying to ignore the pain, kind of, which you should never do. I
Bro.
don't recommend anyone doing this at all, at any time. But
So will you do it again? Like if there's another skill, are you gonna go for it? Or you?
damn, it that's a tough one, man. It really depends. If, let's say, I have kids when a new skill release, I think it's gonna be some years before we have a new skill.
Yeah.
But for sure, there's a chance I'm gonna take time free from work as well. And I think at that point we're gonna figure out, man, because like if it's a skill I enjoy and I get to the top 25 overall high score, then I can't lie. I'm probably gonna be right in it as well.
You're already a legend. Don't make yourself a martyr. Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh man. But hey, it's been a pleasure talking to you, AsianGrinder. I just want to make sure that I get to plug it at least one more time. We've mentioned your stream. What is the handle? Where can people find your stream at?
On AsianGrinder TV, AsianGrinder TV.
Okay.
The A is a big letter and the G is a big letter, and then TV is a big letter as well. I can also link the stream to you.
Okay. I think I have that link somewhere already. I think I'm actually on your Twitch page right now. I'll make sure to put that up on the screen. I'll put it in the description. No, people need to go because I really like your personality. Leading up to this interview, I know that you were super nice in the conversations that we were having back and forth. So I was still a little nervous, like, man, like what if we start having a conversation and he's not like what if he's just not good conversationally? I mean, this guy got rank 1 in RuneScape. Is he gonna be? But no, you are put together, brother. It was really a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, so nice speaking with you as well, mate. Like very good conversation.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Weaves World podcast. Please remember to go follow AsianGrinder on twitch.tv. That is twitch.tv/AsianGrinderTV. And please, if you like this format, please let me know. We typically don't do a lot of these podcasts anymore, but if it's something that people would like me to continue, I certainly will. GNN is back next week. Thank you, and have a great day.